out here, it might be longer, and they'll just make us talk for longer. But that's okay. Yeah.
All right, so apparently we're getting the Sony conference immediately at 9 o'clock.
But what was the other one? Red Dead.
6 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Depends on what time zone you're in.
Yeah, wonderful time zone nonsense. Your brother decided to correct me and be like, "Oh, it's 11:54," and I'm like, "Not here, it's not." But I'm not arguing with you.
Time zones.
People are excited for.
Why are people expecting Red Dead? We are not going to get Red Dead at the conference. They delayed that on purpose.
Do you have Twitch chat up?
No.
Oh.
No, the people on the Twitch stream itself talking about Red Dead right
I'm
now.
not really paying attention to them.
I have to, since I have to have the audio on for it.
Oh, I've got the audio on. I'm just not paying attention. There's a difference.
Wait, are we gonna... Fuck it! Oh my god, I'm gonna have to mute it off the bat. Now I have to mute the Twitch stream instead of desktop audio. Because if I do that, I mute you too! Well, it's at least easier.
I guess I need to help you set up the virtual audio cables that I've got. Because I actually have everything filtering into my headset, but when we're streaming, I can cut desktop audio separate from yours.
That would be nice.
It helps with balancing.
Yeah, we were talking about XA before I kicked on the stream, and XA's good. It's a shame Amazon's isn't, or Q Ranger. Although what I find hilarious is there's a helmet shot for 8 of the 9 main Q Rangers walking together, while Raptor's off on the side. And I'm like, why aren't you transformed and without your helmet here?
So what about
like that? What?
Think about Sony's history, and think about some of their other really interesting. I think.
Okay, Last of Us 2 will be here. That is not a question, to be honest. Granted, I'm surprised that they weren't talking about the things that got leaked for the Ubisoft press conference. Like, the only things that were surprising for the Ubisoft press conference was Skull and Bones and Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Something cool like that, whereas maybe it's from a smaller studio.
Like, those were the only surprises from that press conference. Everything else we knew about beforehand.
Guess what? As of today, we're gonna give you
makes sense.
Give us a myriad of games that you can play.
I gotta sit down and watch the next episode of Amazon's because I have it downloaded. I just haven't watched it yet. I might as well see how this season goes, especially since they went, well, we got our main bad guy now.
These games are maybe a little bit older, but now you can get them for free if you're a PlayStation Plus.
I just want to see where this nonsense goes. I was about to say, they're not doing a Bloodborne or a fucking Dark Souls. They're doing something different.
No Man's Sky, Game of the Year, is my favorite game. I got to the center of the
I heard from the Dark Souls YouTuber I follow of, hey, Miyazaki and crew want to work on something different than Dark Souls and Bloodborne. So.
No Death Stranding either this year.
That's a disappointment, for sure.
I know.
Ah, yes, that game we have no idea what the fuck is. The Kojima game.
I'm gonna drop this mic and talk.
We don't even know what the fuck that game is! We've seen 2 fucking CG cutscenes for that goddamn game, and that's it. Why are people excited for it? I think it's more of a look than a feel, because, again, we know nothing about this goddamn game.
Yeah.
So Kojima is a human. Let's see, Parappa, a new Parappa.
They already have that. It's a remaster. Not maybe a new.
New Parappa 3.
Okay.
Parappa 3.
Oh, and someone pointed out on Twitter why Microsoft accentuated the whole, the super sampling allows you to get the 4K experience, even on non-4K TVs. Sony has a statistic that says only 40% of Sony PlayStation 4 Pro users use a 4K TV.
Yeah. I still say if you don't have a 4K TV, you're not going to get 4K resolution or even anything similar to it.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I don't have a 4K TV, that part don't really impress me.
Fantastic.
What would more impress me is if you could have higher level games that can still be played on the regular Xbox Ones, but look better or perform better on the Xbox One X.
Oh, the Halo.
Kind of similar to how Sun and Moon work on the 3DSs. It works on both, but it would do better on the new.
Yeah. The Halo thing is Halo Wars 2 DLC. It's a expansion featuring the Banished versus the Flood. But apparently it's not included in the Season Pass, which is kind of stupid.
I guess since we're starting up, for everyone, don't forget about the E3 bingo cards. I'm gonna see if this works. Yay! It worked.
Yeah, I have to crack it up in Photoshop real quick. I forgot to crack it up while we've been talking.
Holy crap! It worked in both.
Don't mind me as I mute the song, because there's been enough copyright claim nonsense in these goddamn videos. I'm tired of it. There's a fucking copyright claim on the Ubisoft one. You know who's claiming it?
Who?
Ubisoft, all of them.
Oh wow.
For audio or visual or audio-visual content.
A gold PS4 Pro.
Yeah, I've seen a commercial for that.
Well, I guess now we have something that's not black.
Yep. I was about to say, is there no audio on the stream right now? Oh no, everyone's super quiet. Okay. I've already had desync. I've already had a camera get shoved in someone's face. I wouldn't be surprised if audio just dropped. So, are we starting with the Uncharted DLC?
Apparently. Either that or Tomb Raider, one of the two.
Yeah, I can see either or, although Tomb Raider seems to be more of a Microsoft IP than a Sony IP at this point.
I know, and I don't understand why.
Why are Persona 5 spin-off titles on here? Persona is not a franchise that comes to E3. That's a Tokyo Game Show franchise. Like, Atlas doesn't really come to E3. Because, like, even last year, was Persona 5 that much at E3 last year?
No.
Yeah. It's like, Persona is not a franchise that comes to E3. Even as big as Persona has gotten. It's not gonna happen. It will be in a sizzle reel and that's it. Well, this certainly is a really, really fancy, boring opening to a press conference.
Ooh. You know, looking at the bingo card, a Spyro HD collection would be about on time.
Yeah, that'd be a nice follow-up to the Crash one.
Yeah.
Can you put that audio through the stream? I can't hear it. Oh. It is the Uncharted DLC.
Be nice if we could actually hear it.
You can hear it because of the mics in the auditorium, but that's about the most you can hear it.
Well, Sony was on time. The problem is they didn't work their tech problems out.
Yep. This is how we continue the Uncharted franchise, folks. Pick one of the side characters that has a story, and well, that's a stream buffer. Oh, goody. Well, it's good to see that Chloe has inherited Drake's shit luck.
Someone has to.
I would say his kid has to, but I don't think his kid is going to be off doing adventures if he can help it. If he or Elena can help it. I guess I don't have to worry about fucking copyright claims on songs.
Yeah, you ain't gotta worry about nothing unless someone copyrights the clapping sounds that we get in the back.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing that's being clear. Please tell me that when someone gets on the stage to talk, that it's at least where we can hear it and it's not muffled out too.
I would hope so, because what we're hearing should be the mics on the stage.
Whoever's working that part of the mics is doing
there
it
it goes.
right. You know what?
I think we're good now. Yeah, what we're hearing was that little mic you saw there. That's the audio we're hearing at the moment.
Oh, they fixed it.
There it goes. Yeah, now I hear it. Was this that zombie game from last year?
I don't know.
I was about to say, there's a Kingdom Hearts 3 on here on this bingo card, and that's not happening. The other is that PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale sequel. If that happens, I will pay somebody $20.
Well, we know one thing that'll happen. Before it's said and done, someone will say 4K.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Yeah?
Like I would completely be expecting it that two things that'll be said predominantly will probably be 4K and co-op.
Yeah, co-op's a big trend this year, which isn't a bad trend. Yeah,
As long as everyone can do it correctly.
Yeah, this is the zombie biker game from last year that I honestly forgot about.
Apparently, I forgot about it too. Of course, Sony usually has to do something really impressive for it to be on my radar.
Oh, is he just gonna stick the whole horde on him?
Yeah, what happens when that screws up and they find you instead?
I do believe you did. You better hope that's not RNG.
Why do I have a feeling it is?
Because of course it will be.
It just so happened that RNG's just looked upon them right then.
Zombie bear.
It's a zombie.
Tools are more powerful than ever, offering 4K and HDR.
There we go. There's that 4K mention.
We'll take a moment for that.
I thought VR was going to beat 4K for a second there.
PS4 Pro to share with you now a title that has a rabid cult following around the world and has a very special place in my heart. Please
Don't tap the mic.
Yeah. Kind of tapped a little too high right there.
I was about to say, this can't be a Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is a Nintendo thing.
Yeah.
That's not a Monster Hunter monster.
Unless this is like someone's take of Monster Hunter.
But it's supposed to be a well-known franchise. And, like, the only other thing that does something like this is Monster Hunter.
Well, that didn't work.
But he grappled onto something. Is this a new console Monster Hunter? That's about to one-up the Switch one? Stream buffer, by the way. It's...
Dream buffer.
Yeah.
I think it's them.
Yeah. Oh, yes, it is. That animation is too much Monster Hunter for me to not... Yeah, this is... Holy shit. Well, way to kill all of the interest in the Switch one. By making a PlayStation 4 one. Alright, no tweet from Jared, but I assume he's flipping out internally. And also... Way to fuck over the Switch a little.
Yeah.
Granted, that's coming out this year. This is coming out next year, so... He might be alright. Oh, you did not.
Well, and the one coming out on the Switch, doesn't it have cross-play capabilities with the 3DS?
Yes, and oh... You did not go there. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, fuck. That's a... Damn. That's Shadow of the Colossus. in, like, brand new spanking HD. Oh, shit. One of the little gems of the PlayStation 2 era.
Nova, Pager, get to the core.
You know what? It may not be the best gameplay-wise in terms of Marvel vs. Capcom, but by God, it will have a story mode, and that's a great thing to have.
Can the ladies come out to play?
Be good.
Ebony, Ivory.
Yes.
This is why we need a story mode for dumb things like this. And yes, we have proper Dante back. Oh, hell yeah. Everyone likes that Dante better. Because he's fun Dante.
Yeah, if it's not a Call of Duty, then something's wrong.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to call it.
Yeah, especially if Activision's at the front of this. Yeah.
Yeah. Activision and Sledgehammer, if I'm not mistaken, that is their thing.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, Sledgehammer's on the COD duty.
Yeah, they're on the alternate team.
Mm-hmm. Actually, don't they have 3 teams now instead of 2?
I think so.
Because it's Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer, and somebody else. I just don't remember who the 3rd team is. Is the song still playing?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Because, you know, Call of Duty.
It looks nice. Going back to World War II might get the franchise back in gear.
Except for silent protagonists still.
Yeah.
Because we can't have people talk unless it's supporting characters that will probably get killed off anyhow.
Yeah. Did they kill off the dog in that one Call of Duty game? I don't think they did.
If I had to guess, yes.
Oh. I wasn't thinking they did.
I don't know for sure, but if I had to guess, yeah. Because they love killing people off. It's like, okay, I get it. It's war. But not everyone dies.
Yeah.
You kind of got that wrong. Oh, look what comes out 4 days before the Xbox One X.
Mm-hmm. And we'll probably also be on the Xbox One X.
Probably. You're acting like there's a doubt.
There's not. It's time for PlayStation VR. So, what is this totally not No Man's Sky thing?
It's the way to say sorry. I swear someone needs to make Sorry for No Man's Sky. Like, literally just make that the title. And then do No Man's Sky correctly.
I'd be interested if this wasn't on PlayStation VR.
Looks like a new style side-scrolling platformer kind of deal.
Pretty much like...
Where kind of the camera does have some shifting, but it's still side-scrolling.
It's a Shadow Complex, kind of, sort of. It's about the best example I got from recent memory.
The classic Sonic levels and Sonic Generations utilizes it too.
Oh, okay, yeah. Right, so that was a thing.
I mean, I like that concept because it changes up the whole 2D platformer and kind of gives it the 3D feel.
Ah yes, Final Fantasy 15 VR. Even though they've already done that, kind of? Wasn't that supposed to be a thing already?
I thought so.
VR fishing in Final Fantasy 15. Literally the most boring thing you can do in Final Fantasy 15.
Well, first there was Sega bass fishing, now there's Square bass fishing.
Well, it looks like here the fish can actually kill you. So I guess it's extreme bass fishing then. Crowd is silent for that one.
Well, VR title.
Another super massive
Fishing.
game.
Hmm.
Cover to cover squad based VR game. That's actually a decent idea.
Yeah.
That works within the limitations of VR.
Well, and not to mention the way the Sony's VR setup works, it kind of would fit better, actually.
Oh, look at the adorable little rat.
Wait, are you the mouse?
I guess you're the mouse. That's a fancy-ass gauntlet he's got on.
No, you're not.
Are you helping the Mouse Knight? Okay, you're helping the Mouse Knight. Aww.
So, Connectimals done right?
A little bit. So it's called Moss, not Polyarch. Well, what was the Polyarch thing from before?
Developer name?
I guess. I've never heard of him, so that's entirely possible.
I mean, that one looked interesting. I'd be willing to see a little more from that one.
And now back to PlayStation 4 titles with a drum roll transition. That's better than the Ubisoft logo transition.
Well, I mean, Sony does kind of have a console.
Yep. Okay, so we're in water. Or someone's slogging through water. Must we play a guessing game with every single goddamn game? Can't we just start with a title and go forward from there?
But guessing game builds suspense. That's why everyone does it.
Data
Because
War!
Because it'll always be suspenseful every time that it happens.
Are you gonna do it?
By the way, that's another one, isn't it?
Yes. If it gets a release date, yes.
At this point, if it don't, then I'll be
Said I
surprised.
was cursed.
No, it's a different camera angle, but this still is God of War at its core. Very.
Well, of course it's a different camera angle. It's that of War.
Yep. But still a combo-heavy, multi-weapon, juggling combat system. Kratos just got wrecked. Come on, just rename it the Data War. Oh, I guess we get giant boss. There we go.
Is this?
It's the world serpent.
I was about to say, that thing people speculated you to be on the entire time you're playing Data War. Oh, now you come back to me.
I am.
What does it say?
Sounded like he was more assuring himself than his son.
Well, the last time he fought big things, it didn't end well. So, like, him and fighting giant things don't tend to end well for him sometimes. A bunch of these are coming out 2018.
We still didn't get a release date.
Early 2018, I count that.
Oh, so we're bending that one a little
Yep. With release dates, if it's a year in a time period, it counts for me when it comes to E3.
Well, I mean, you probably could break it down to first quarter next year in light of them saying early. So, I guess that would work.
I was about to say, I hope you don't run over any of your people in the process. Ah yes, all these choices.
My name is Marcus. I am one of them. This is our story.
But unless it has a good story to it, it's not gonna matter if you have all the choices in the world. Just saying. David Cage doesn't have the best track record with that.
I mean, it looked alright, but definitely not something that I was just like, ooh.
Have you seen Beyond Two Souls or Heavy Rain?
No.
Oh. They are quick time events, the games, to be honest.
Ooh, Destiny 2.
Yay!
Discipline. Cowering behind walls.
Will we get to mark this one off?
Maybe.
Waged war across the galaxy.
For those wondering, that is your character getting the shit kicked out of them.
We need a quippy one-liner like, why does this always happen?
Hey, at least the stash has something survived. That was a fancy-ass disco ball weapon. Yep, there we go.
There it is.
An exclusive strike. Exclusive gear. Exclusive ship. Or city, actually. Exotics. PvP. So what you're saying is a bunch of Destiny 2 exclusive stuff. This is sounding superhero-esque. This might be Spider-Man.
Yeah, this might be.
Yep, Fisk, that's Spider-Man.
Hi, Spidey.
God, I wish that was black, not white.
Yeah, that looks dumb.
You know, this is giving me some hardcore Arkham flashbacks, and that is not a bad thing. Looking at Arkham Asylum, and like, you can do Spider-Man with this? Yeah, that's a good thing.
Should have worn a helmet.
Oh. Oh my god, this is already like.
This is. Oh.
You got what you came for. You don't need to kill us too.
So, tell me PlayStation 4 exclusive, and you may have me started swayed that way.
Yeah, this is PlayStation 4 exclusive.
Sony's been known to do stupid stuff before.
Yep. Yeah, this is fucking Spider-Man Arkham Asylum. Yes. I'll take that. The Arkham games are fantastic, and using that as a basis, but throwing in Spidey in there, yeah, that's a perfect combo.
This looks like it has elements from Shattered Dimensions too, which actually function pretty good.
Sometimes it sucks to be a hero. Damn, nice. But I got to see that I-beam spin before we buffer. I was about to say, well, that guy's dead. Nope, you're good. I like that all of the combo stuff is all those like special combo stuffs down in the bottom right, not there when you're in the combat. That way you can pretty much focus on the animation so you can dodge and interrupt as necessary. It's a nice improvement on the Arkham formula.
Let's go.
Of course, there's quick time events.
But of course.
Okay, I guess Spidey's actually working with the police. That's a nice change.
Yeah, instead of running constantly.
I know.
Granted, I'm sure J. Joe Jameson still fucking bashes him every goddamn day in the Daily Bugle.
Probably.
Which I'm okay with that.
Too close.
I wonder if part of the whole being part of the police is because of Iron Man's influence.
I wouldn't be surprised because I think Marvel wants a video game universe, like for all their video games to kind of be connected together now going forward. I think Spider-Man's supposed to be the first of that. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a cameo from a few other characters in here. Since it's its own thing, it's not connected to the movies just yet. Or it's not supposed to be connected to the movies. But I wouldn't be surprised that Stark's in here somewhere. It's like, back at the burning building with you.
Why are you doing this? You have no enough will.
I'm wondering what all this fucking blackened energy nonsense is.
I feel like this is like maybe not quite mid-game, but definitely not first level.
Yeah. Sorry.
Come on, Pete, you got this. You got this. You got it.
Although I do love that we're carrying over the whole the Avengers don't like collateral damage stuff from Age of Ultron. It's like Spidey does everything in his power to not get people killed.
That's why I kind of that's why I kind of feel like maybe a lot of this is because of Iron Man's influence.
So, what do you think?
Really? Yet again, there's not a lot that is just completely got me interested. But still, Sony's got more than Microsoft does, which is kind of odd.
Yeah, I think it was less games, but more shown of those games,
and more exclusive.
Just have to mute it because there's a song playing.
Yeah.
I think the only thing for me that kind of sucks is the Monster Hunter. We're getting a second Monster Hunter game, which is gonna hurt the Switch version. Which kind of sucks.
But I kind of wonder how much it actually will. Because if you think about it, really, the Switch is going to be able to stand on its own without Monster Hunter. And a lot of the people that are probably interested in it already own the 3DS version, so why pick up the Switch version unless you already have a Switch? So I kind of wonder how much it's actually going to benefit anyhow. So maybe this one's not going to hurt it too much.
Yeah, the only problem I saw with Sony's is there was a bunch of 2018 stuff.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks.
That's the big thing. Because it's like, okay, you really don't have anything this year, which is fine because you don't want to go against Microsoft's new console, but at the same time, it's bad because you probably should.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to figure refine Tuesday because he was talking about it. Yeah, he's saying Arkham isn't really his thing, which is fine. But I like the Arkham game, so I dig this.
Like I said, it looked to me like it had a lot. It kind of borrowed a lot of Shattered Dimensions, combat-wise,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm fine with that. So I think it'll go somewhere.
Mm-hmm. So, since I've been doing out of 10 grades, and you're here for one of them, what would you give it out of 10?
I don't know.
Oh, whoops.
I mean, they definitely had a more successful one than Microsoft and EA both did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'd probably say like maybe 8.5.
All right. An 8.5 out of 10.
Yep.
I think I was interested in more things from Sony than I have any other conference so far, which I think is really affecting my grades, is just how much I'm interested in every conference, and it feels like there's only so many things I would actually want to buy from every conference, so I give it a solid 8, I would say. That's probably the highest I've went for all the conferences.
I mean, personally, the biggest blunder that I feel like Sony's got is not really having anything this year.
Mm-hmm.
Having a somewhat of a dry year is not going to be good for them.
Yeah. Especially with the Xbox One X coming out.
But on the same hand, it's not going to be as bad because you look, most of Microsoft stuff's going to be playable on Windows 10.
Mm-hmm.
EA's kind of always been the mixed bag of blah. And so far, the other conferences haven't really had anything that's just been wowing.
Wait a minute, that was Miles at the end? Oh shit! That little clip at the end of the sizzle reel for
Yeah,
that was Miles Morales taking footage. He's the Ultimate Universe Spider-Man, who is currently in 616 Universe. Sony's doing an animated movie with him. Like, he's become really popular as Spider-Man. I didn't have the audio for that, so I didn't catch that. I'm glad I looked on Twitter for that. Yeah, I like Sony. I feel like all the press conferences have been kind of in the same ballpark for me. It's just some have been better than others just because of what they've shown off. But overall, I think everyone's doing good this year, which is good. I don't think anyone's done a bad press conference.
well, are we going to count Devolver?
Besides Devolver, because that was a parody. Actual press conferences.
Because, I mean, really, they're bottom of the barrel, which I'm surprised someone actually managed to beat the PC gaming show out of the bottom of the barrel category.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've enjoyed everyone's press conferences. No one's had a bad one. I think they're all in the same range of each other. I think it really, for this year, depends on what you're interested in and how you're going to rate everybody, which is a good thing. It's good that your interests are what is affecting your rankings, not the showcase of those games, more so.
Like, very well equipped, you know, they've got...
I feel like so far, Sony's probably gotten the best one.
Yeah.
But there again, I'm kind of waiting to see what Nintendo has to offer, even though we probably know everything.
Yeah, I would say take one look at the Switch releases for the rest of the year, and every single one of those is at E3.
Like, the biggest thing for me is what can Nintendo surprise us with?
Hopefully some really good stuff.
Which, thinking about it, there's a couple of things. I mean, we still have yet to have the Virtual Console on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
We still have yet to have media apps on the Switch. In terms of Virtual Console stuff, there were rumors about GameCube stuff being in the Virtual Console. So, I mean, there's room for Nintendo to try to surprise someone, but I'm not expecting it, which is kind of weird. So I'm kind of holding out for them, but if they don't have anything that's just super new information that we don't already know, chances are Sony's probably got the best one. Which I don't think we were able to say that last year.
Yeah.
Like, wasn't last year the year that Bethesda kind of went above and beyond?
That was the year before.
Year before that, yeah.
If you watch the Bethesda commercial or the Bethesda ads, most of that ad is from 2 years ago. It's not from last year.
It's one of those that it's like, that one in recent years had to probably be the best one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, Sony good. Everyone's doing good. Hopefully Nintendo can keep the train going. So, here's hoping. Tomorrow we'll cover the rest of the press conferences with Nintendo. We won't do showroom floor stuff till Wednesday, most likely. We'll just save the pure showroom floor days for Wednesday, maybe Thursday, depending on what else is shown off. So
which will work, because usually when we get done with the conferences, we have like a half a show.
Yeah. But then we'll have a full show, and maybe another full show. Who knows? Yeah, I will say, one thing I was surprised is that there was no Last of Us 2 at the press conference. I'm like, of anything on that bingo card, I figured that would be there. Like, no matter what. Like, Final Fantasy VII Remake? Probably not. We got a Kingdom Hearts 3 demo. We're probably not getting the fucking Final Fantasy VII Remake one, because that's still in, like, development hell.
Well, I mean, that one and the Kingdom Hearts 3 one, I kind of wasn't expecting either.
Yeah.
And it kind of boils down to, look, we've already gotten the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So what more can they add for it?
Yeah, and they're not doing anything else from KH3 until D23, so... Unless they're rerunning the trailer here, there is nothing for KH3. Yeah, there wouldn't be any Persona 5 stuff. If they ever make a sequel to All-Star Battle, I will be surprised, because that failed miserably. A Spyro collection and a God of War collection would be nice, but those might be just might not happen. Them completely remaking Shadow of Colossus is huge in my opinion, because that is a beautiful, wonderful game, and seeing that get remade is fantastic. Why is Spider-Man listed as a surprise? We knew about it last year. They announced it last year.
Maybe because no one really expected to see it be as good as it was.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, superhero games have kind of been a mixed bag of meh.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not surprised a lot of people are voting Shadow Colossus. Like, seeing that Shadow Colossus in gorgeous HD graphics, that makes you go, damn, this game was ahead of its time, because it looks so good, and it was so ambitious. Like, bear in mind, that's a PS2 title that you were seeing upgraded to modern-day graphics. Gameplay-wise, that's the exact same. Graphical-wise, it is a whole new beast there, and that really makes Shadow Colossus look so much better. Yeah, I'm excited for Spider-Man as an Arkham fan. I'm sure some people may not be, especially after Arkham Knight, but if they're willing to commit to the idea of a Marvel video game universe of connecting a bunch of video games together, like, that'd be neat, especially since Square Enix is working on a bunch of Marvel titles, including Avengers. Like, if you're going to drop Miles Morales in here, I'd be willing to see if they're going to connect this to the Avengers game and stuff like that.
The only thing I can see being a problem is getting either the same developer to do all games or getting multiple developers to follow the same pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Because each developer has their own style.
Yeah.
And that difference in styles is going to make it hard to give direct ties between the games.
Mm-hmm. Well, they could just do, like, what the MCU does and go, they just drop little tidbits here and there, and that's really it. At most, Easter eggs. Like, that's fine. We don't need Iron Man showing up in every single Marvel game in existence. We don't need that. Like, having, like, Stark Tower in the background, or having, like, a radio or news report about the Avengers and something that happens in the Avengers game, that works. That's perfectly reasonable. That's the most you'll ever need.
True, but at the same time, you've got to watch that, because look at the cinematic universe too. There's a lot of kind of crossing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've got,
and it's not all just small stuff.
Yeah, you got the bigger crossover stuff, but at least since we're building this to start with the smaller stuff. Worry about the crossover stuff later. Build to that.
I'm kind of wondering too if this is going to boil into, the whole reason the Marvel Cinematic Universe is there is because Marvel had that idea.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're wanting to do it with games too. Are we fixing to see a developer come out of Marvel?
I would be surprised.
Like, the smartest option for Marvel would be to buy out a current developer and kind of get them to focus solely on that. But then the question bears of who.
I would not hope Insomniac, because I would like more Ratchet and Clank games and more of Insomniac doing their own thing, because Insomniac does good things that aren't just, well, this is their first crack at Marvel, but they do a lot of different stuff, and it's good stuff, so. Yeah, say we've covered just about everything there, really? Or wasn't really anything else to talk about, is there?
Not that I can think of.
All right. I guess we will end it off here. Tomorrow I'll be here for the direct and maybe a little bit of the treehouse. It depends on what is talked about on the treehouse afterwards. If it's something we've already seen before, I'll stop the stream there. But if not, I'll keep going. Supercut of this and the Ubisoft one are probably going to be done tomorrow while I have the treehouse on in the background. And they'll get uploaded then. It's just doing supercuts takes time because I listen through the audio, look at the waveforms, see where, like, the waveforms, pick up. See what I said. If I want to keep it, keep it. If not, cut, delete. But I think that'll do it for me and Tommy. If you want to check out more of our stuff, go check out the site, tjsnetwork.org, the YouTube, Twitch, TG Saloon, the Twitter, @TG Saloon, and the Google Plus if you're feeling frisky. And Tommy's got his own YouTube. What is it? Rapid Epsilon?
Yep.
Yep, and Twitter @Rapid Epsilon. And not the Twitch?
Yeah, I'm not going to do Twitch.
Alright. Just the YouTube.
Twitch don't play nice.
Just the YouTube with YouTube. YouTube gaming. But yeah, we will see y'all tomorrow with more E3 goodness.